Students, yesterday I learnt about post-fertilization event. Post-fertilization event. See, there are four post-fertilization event. First post-fertilization event is formation of endosperm from pen. Second is the formation of embryo from zygote. Third one is formation of a seed from ovule, and the fourth one is formation of fruit from ovary. Of the four types of the events of post-fertilization event, we discussed the first concept, the formation of endosperm from pen. Today, the second event is the formation of right. The first type is the endosperm from pen. Second type is formation of embryo from zygote. You know this diagram. This is the zygote. After fertilization, the egg develop into zygote. The zygote is diploid. From this zygote, embryo is developed by repeated division. That means this zygote undergoes mitotic division to produce embryo. The process is called embryogeny. What is embryogeny? Embryogeny is the process of the formation of embryo from zygote, right? This embryo is developed at the micropylar end of ovule. This is the micropylar end. At the micropylar end, embryo is developed from zygote. The process is called embryogeny, right? This embryo, which undergoes resting periods later before it germinates. See, there are two types of embryo. First type of embryo is the dicot embryo. And the second one is monocot embryo. Dicot embryo, example is bean. Monocot embryo, example is grass. First we will study dicot embryo. How the dicot embryo is. First part is the embryonal axis. This is the embryonal axis and cotyledon. These are the two cotyledon. Dicot embryo consists of two parts, embryonal axis and cotyledon. The level of the embryonal axis, the level above the embryonal axis is called epicotyle. This part is called epicotyle, and below the level of embryonal axis is called hypocotyle. This region is called epicotyle. This region is called hypocotyle. At the end of the hypocotyle, this part, this part is called radicle. Radicle is well protected by a cap-like structure called root cap. Radicle is well protected by a cap called root cap. And these two are the embryonal axis. See, this is called plumule. The tip of the embryonal axis is called plumule, and these two are the cotyledon. Radicle later develop into root system, and plumule later develop into shoot system. That means from the plumule, shoot system is developed like stem, leaves, branches, and from radicle what is developed? Root is developed, and there are two cotyledon. These two cotyledon which provide nutritional support to the developing embryo. third post fertilization event is formation of seed from ovule. See, seed is a fertilized product. You know gynoecium, right? This one. Here is ovule. This is the ovule. You know this part, right? After fertilization, this ovule turns into seed, or ovule develop into seed. Hence, it is the fertilized product. See, there are two types of seeds. First type of seed is endospermic seed. And second type of seed is non-endospermic seed. Endospermic seed and non-endospermic seeds. What is the meaning of endospermic seed? Endospermic seed means, see, the seed having endosperm. In the last class, you learnt about endosperm. You learnt about how the endosperm is developed. Endosperm is the product of pen, right? Endosperm is the product of pen. This endosperm is not present in all the seeds. It may be present, it may not be present. On the basis of presence or absence of endosperm, seeds are classified into two types. First type is endospermic seed, second type is non-endospermic seed. What is the meaning of endospermic seed? Endospermic seed means the seed having endosperm. What is the meaning of non-endospermic seed? The seed without endosperm. Here also in the beginning endosperm is present, but that endosperm is completely utilized by developing embryo. Here endosperm is remained. Such kind of seeds are called endospermic seed, and endosperms which are completely consumed by developing embryo, such kind of seeds are called non-endospermic seeds. See, the third post fertilization event, formation of seed from ovule. And fourth event of post fertilization event is formation of fruit. From ovary. See, ovary is the swollen part. The basal part of gynoecium, which develop into fruit. See, there are two types of fruit. One fruit is the true fruit. Second fruit is the false fruit. True fruit and false fruit. What is the meaning of true fruit? True fruit is the one which is developed from ovary. What is the meaning of false fruit? False fruit means the fruit which is developed other than the ovary. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಫ್ಲವರಲ್ಲಿ ಓವರಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓವರಿಯಿಂದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ರೂ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಅಂತೀರಿ. ಓವರಿಯಿಂದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗದೇ ಬೇರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲವರಿಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಅಂತೀರಿ. ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ false fruit is apple. An example for false fruit is apple, because apple is developed from a cup-like structure called thalamus. Right? Imagine the gynoecium. The basal part of gynoecium is ovary. The ovary is rest on a cup-like structure. That cup-like structure is called thalamus. From the thalamus, see, apple is developed. Hence, see, thalamus is not actually a part of gynoecium, which is developed from it, the apple. Hence it is called a false fruit. See, some fruits are developed without seeds. Such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruit. Parthenocarpic fruit. What is the meaning of parthenocarpic fruit? Development of fruit without seeds. Development of fruit without seeds. Such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruit. In parthenocarpic fruit, right, there is no seeds. That means fruit is developed without fertilization. Fruit is developed without fertilization. Actually, for the formation of seed, fertilization is must. Whereas for the formation of fruit, fertilization is not at all required. Hence, see, in few cases, fruit may be developed without fertilization. Such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruit, where fertilization fails to occur. Parthenocarpic fruit. Post-fertilization event. After post-fertilization event, right? See, this is the ovule, right? It is the ovule. After post-fertilization event, what are these two? These two are integuments. These two are integument. What is the entire structure is developed into? Entire structure called ovule, which is developed into seed. After post-fertilization event, these two integument in the ovule develop into seed coat. Which are the seed coat? The seed coats are the testa. The outer seed coat is called testa, and inner seed coat is called tegmen. This testa developed from outer integument, and tegmen which is developed from inner integument. Just imagine the seed of a bean seeds ಜಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬೀನ್ ಸೀಡ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಲೇಯರನ್ನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? ಟೆಸ್ಟಾ ಅಂತೀರಿ. ಆ ಟೆಸ್ಟಾ ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು? ಟೆಸ್ಟಾ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಔಟರ್ ಇಂಟೆಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್, ರೈಟ್. ಆ ಬೀನ್ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ, ರೈಟ್, ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಥಿನ್ ಪೇಪರಿ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಥಿನ್ ಪೇಪರಿ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ tegmen. This tegmen is developed from inner integument, right. Testa and tegmen are collectively called seed coats, see, which are developed from outer integument and inner integument, right. See, then after fertilization, the micropyle which remain as a small opening, this is the seed, right. This is the seed. This is called outer integument. This is called inner integument. That means outer integument in the sense, outer covering called testa, inner covering called tegmen, and this part is called micropyle. Micropyle remained as a small hole. Through this micropyle, see, there is an entry of the essential nutrients, which is required for germination of seeds, right. See, after the formation of the seed undergoes resting period called dormancy. The seed undergoes a resting period called dormancy. When there is no availability of water, the seed undergoes resting period called dormancy. When there is availability of water, the seed undergoes germination to develop into new plant. Then is the apomixis. It is the last concept. What is the meaning of apomixis? Apomixis is the abnormal development of seed. What is the meaning of apomixis? Apomixis is the abnormal development of seed without fertilization. Sometime what happen? See, seed will be developed without fertilization. Actually, seed develop ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? ಏನು process ಆಗಬೇಕು? Fertilization ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. In few cases, see, there is an abnormal development of seed without fertilization. Such a process is called apomixis, and the seeds are called apomictic seed. The seeds are called apomictic seeds. Abnormal development of seed without fertilization is the apomixis. What is the advantages of apomixis? In apomixis there is no fertilization. That means the embryo sac contain the components, any components of the embryo sac may develop into seed without fertilization, like antipodals, then egg apparatus. There are 3 antipodals at the chalazal end and 3 egg apparatus at the micropylar end. These components may be developed into seed without fertilization. Such a process is called apomixis, where there is no fusion with the male gamete. What are the advantages of apomixis? First advantage is if hybrid seed is made to apomictic. If hybrid seed is made to apomictic, see, there is no segregation of characters. Generally, segregation of characters or separation of characters occur only during sexual reproduction, right? When can you expect the segregation of character? Segregation of characters occur when there is a sexual reproduction. Here, apomictic seed is the product without fertilization and pollination, right? If you make hybrid seed into apomictic, there is no segregation of characters. Whatever the characters, the useful characters present in the hybrid seed will keep on continuing generation after generation, provided if you made hybrid seed into apomictic seed. First one. Second one is no need of buying seeds each and every years. No need of buying hybrid seeds each and every year, so that you can reduce cost. Cost of the buying of seeds can be reduced by making hybrid seeds into apomictic seeds. The second lesson, sexual reproduction in flowering plants.